Here are the tests on my 2007 Crane toilet. Many people know these as Crane Elites, but after looking at Crane Plumbing spec sheets, I saw that they took their regular model names and put the word Elite after it when they used this tank. So I'm guessing that tank carries the word Elite with it, and the bowl has a different name. So anyway, I'll figure out the model names later, and now I'll do the tests. It is set to the water line on the original flush valve, and it is using a flapper that is identical in shape to the original. So let's give this a flush and see how it does on tests. Considering the water level it's set to, this toilet actually has a pretty solid looking flush. It looks like it's got good bowl rinse, and from experience they have pretty good performance. So let's see how it does with a washcloth. But of course I'm going to add a little bit of water to the bowl just so it's up to all of its recommended levels. This should be an easy pass. It did perfectly. Now let's see if it can take a grocery bag. Round front flushers in particular have the most trouble taking grocery bags. This seems to have a good trapway and a large trapway opening, so I kind of think it'll pass, but I'm not too sure. Took it like nothing. Now let's see if it can take the washcloth and the grocery bag together. I'm pretty sure it will clog on this. Yep. And I don't think that was the doing of the short flush either. I'm going to empty the rest of the water from the tank. That's not going anywhere. And now that I say that, it's probably going to. You saw that, right? I just stuck my hand in the water. I didn't touch anything or plunge it. I think it took that through by itself. Since we can't really be sure quite how that did, whether I helped it or whether it passed by itself, let's just try that again. Either way, that's really impressive for a front flusher, especially a round one. I think it's probably going to do the same or worse. Well, it didn't get as far, so I guess that would be worse. I'm going to wait for the tank to fill back up and then flush it again. I guess whatever it does, I won't really be surprised, whether it passes or whether it just fills the bowl all the way up. Tank should be about full, so let's give it a second flush. I'm going to hold the handle. You know, I think I might actually just overflow it. If it doesn't take it through before then, I think I'm just going to let it overflow and then plunge it. I really have high hopes for this toilet, and it's probably one of the only front flushers I'd ever consider installing. It looks like it's actually pulling through a little bit. but since it overflowed, I'm going to call that a fail. This is a great performer, but every toilet has its limits. Now let's see if it can take a dish towel. I really don't know how this will go. I think it has the ability to pass it, but I think it won't. It looks like it actually took this side and shoved it under that side. And if it had a longer flush, it might have gotten further, but I kind of think it would have still clogged. So I'm going to do another flush, and I'm going to hold the handle and see if it goes anywhere else. It's in there somewhere, and with this next little bit of water, it should go right through. But things don't always do what they should. It's weird how it doesn't really have a siphon. I'm going to go ahead and try that dish towel again, just because I think it has the ability to take it. I've been impressed by this toilet so far, so impress me again. Well, it kind of just balled it all up at the beginning. That's not going to go anywhere, no matter how many times I flush it. So, just going to lay it out, and this will be the last time I try a dish towel, because I don't want to bore you guys by flushing a dish towel 100 times. Yep. I'm just going to pull it out. I don't feel like plunging it all day. So this toilet actually has really good performance. I mean, obviously you just saw it. I almost think that this would be a good competitor to my 1963 American Standard Cadet with its 5 gallons and fully glazed trapway. And honestly, for a front flusher to be as good as that is really impressive. So I guess now it comes down to the final test that'll say which one is better. I'm going to see if it can take dirt. The short flush is really not going to help. I think that this will be where it really shows its weakness. Well, it definitely left a few bits. And that's just a few bits. I've seen a lot worse than that, honestly. Yeah, we could use some improvement up here. Honestly, maybe those rim jets should point less out and more to the sides. I'll give you a flush from the side just so you can see what I'm talking about. But if you look, you'll see that the rim jets actually point out towards the center rather than towards the side. So I'm going to give this another flush real quick. Normally they're pointed inward a little bit, and it still left some stuff behind. So yeah, that Cadet definitely has a better flush than this, and I would install that before I installed this one. Even though this is a good performer, I am still not a fan of front flushers. So anyway, that is all I have for you now. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.